Hello and welcome. This time, instead of delivering a spiritual message, we have created a video to share the purpose behind this channel. We hope that by listening to why we produce these videos, you will gain a deeper understanding of our mission and the essence of our work. With that, we invite you to immerse yourself in our heartfelt message until the very end.
On this channel, we communicate with beings from the spiritual world and share their messages with you. Why do we do this? It is to convey that the afterlife exists, that gods and Buddhas are real, and that there are many unseen beings. These beings protect the earth and support humanity in various ways. Of course, there is a heavenly realm, but there are also dark realms. In these dark realms, many souls suffer. Why does this happen? It is because they held beliefs that deviated from those of the gods and Buddhas, beliefs that led humanity not toward progress but toward decline, pulling people toward lower levels of consciousness. The existence of such dark realms is a manifestation of divine will, meant to teach souls. This is not the right path. Through their experiences, they learn what they should not do. Ultimately, the true wish of the divine is for all souls to correct their hearts, move in a pure direction, and return to the heavenly realm. However, because we have been given free will, we are free to ascend, to fall into hell, or to wander in an unknown state. Yet, with freedom comes responsibility. You will go to the world that aligns with the thoughts in your heart. In the spiritual world, no matter how much you try to hide behind a social position or reputation, your true heart is what is evaluated. There is absolutely no deception there. Status, fame, and popularity are meaningless. What truly matters is how pure your heart is and how well you have learned and lived according to the teachings of the divine. As I say this, I find myself wondering, am I okay? I believe many of you may feel the same way. After all, each of us knows best the impure and dark parts within our own hearts. These negative aspects exist in everyone. In Buddhism, this is called Kashin no Ma, the demon within one's heart. Recently, there is also a concept called Otafuku, which has become popular. This, too, is something that exists for our learning. It represents the negative aspects within us, which we must recognize, learn from, and overcome to become better and more enlightened beings. Think of it as being shown the parts of yourself that have yet to grow. So, if your heart is filled with negativity, congratulations. It means you have a lot to learn. Having many things to learn is like having a thick reference book or a heavy workbook. Should you be happy about it? Well, that's up to you. You can also choose to postpone your learning and carry everything over to your next life. However, if you do that, you will have to spend some time in a darker place in between. If you neglect your growth, you will have to go to a place that corresponds to that neglect. That would be difficult, wouldn't it? The afterlife is long. It can last hundreds of years. In contrast, life in this world is less than 100 years. But in the afterlife, time stretches on. If you fall into a lower realm, you will remain there for a very long time. That would be quite painful. Some people say, I don't care if I go to hell. It doesn't bother me. But once they see what hell is like, they never want to go back. If hell were enjoyable, everyone would go there willingly after doing bad things. But hell is truly a dreadful place. That's why it's best to avoid going there. Right now, quite a number of people who have passed away are falling into hell. Some do ascend to the heavenly realms, but many find themselves in a place that is neither heaven nor hell. Many souls exist in a vague, indistinct realm. That's why the number of people who reach heaven is very small. The key factor is faith, whether one believes in God or Buddha. Some may say, "I have faith. I belong to a religious group and practice." But is that deity truly guiding you in the right way? And is your faith genuine? Or is it merely a faith for personal gain? Are you only practicing for your own benefit? Faith itself has both right and wrong paths. And beyond that, it depends on what's inside your heart. The gate to heaven is narrow. In the past, people took faith for granted. It was natural to believe in heaven and hell. Because of that, more people made it to heaven. But now, that belief has almost disappeared, and far more people are falling into hell. This channel exists to help as many people as possible reach the heavenly realms. There are many spiritual channels out there, but I believe this is the only one that focuses first and foremost on teaching. Every single person has the potential to enter this higher world while still alive. You can step into the realm of enlightenment. This requires self-exploration, learning the truth of Buddhism, and studying the teachings of God and Buddha. The word enlightenment is written with the characters meaning my heart. In other words, enlightenment is found by looking deeply into your own heart. That is where the answers lie. Why are the answers within our hearts? There are two reasons. We have been reincarnated many times, accumulating vast experiences and knowledge, all of which are stored within us. We are children of God and Buddha. Deep within our hearts, we have a connection to the divine. If we dig deep enough into our hearts, we can rediscover this connection. However, just like digging into the earth, we need tools. That tool is Buddhist truth. It teaches us how to think, how to see the world, and how to navigate life, even when life on earth is difficult. It provides methods for understanding our own hearts and discovering spiritual truths. Through this understanding, we become capable of communicating with the spirit world. In reality, many people should already be able to do this naturally. But in today's world, materialism and socialism dominate, suppressing spirituality. People are no longer seen as children of God but instead as inherently sinful beings. However, Jesus never taught this. That doctrine was inserted into his teachings by evil forces. As a result, humanity has lost its divine nature, fallen into self-centeredness, and ultimately, this leads to war and destruction. That is why I hope to open the door to enlightenment for as many people as possible, and help them return to heaven. With this in mind, I share messages from heavenly beings, souls in darker realms, and even cosmic beings from beyond Earth. There are countless entities in the spirit world, some beyond our imagination. We never know who might come through. Right now, we are at a turning point in civilization. The old civilization is collapsing, and a new one is being born. This is both a time of destruction and a time of hope. Whether you fall with the old world or rise with the new depends entirely on your own heart. For a long time, dark forces have remained hidden in the shadows. But now, they are being exposed. Even the mainstream media is beginning to reveal the truth. Very soon, we will witness the complete collapse of these corrupt forces. And to those of you listening to this channel right now, you are the ones who will create the new civilization.
How did you feel after watching the video? This is the vision with which we run this channel. Many people may prefer not to think about what happens after death. Some may even avoid discussing the topic altogether. However, understanding the afterlife allows us to perceive death in a completely different light. Moreover, there are things we must do while we are still alive to ensure a blissful existence after death. Even if one feels happiness in a purely materialistic sense within this three-dimensional world, that happiness may not necessarily continue beyond this life. True happiness resides within your heart. By learning the truth, seeking wisdom, and striving for enlightenment, you can attain a peaceful state of being even after death. Unfortunately, many people are still unaware of this reality. We encourage you to help spread this message by sharing our channel. Please consider subscribing, giving this video a like, and supporting our mission. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. Please stay tuned for the next video.